Aloha and welcome to another exciting video, only this is a first ever trailer breakdown. Brought to you by yours truly, MoparSRT, and this is the home of Draft House Racing. And in case you guys didn't know, the PlayStation 5 was fully revealed today, and a bunch of games came along with it, including one that a lot of us have been really clamoring for and begging for. Gran Turismo 7. Kaz was great enough to bless us, and thank you, Sony, for such a wonderful event. And very exciting to see the PlayStation 5 at the very end of it, and it is quite sexy, and we might go down and break down that entire design as well. But for now, we're going to start here with Gran Turismo 7. As most of you may know, we do Draft House Racing on Gran Turismo Store on the PlayStation 4. Check us out Friday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, but let's move that aside. What we have here is the trailer, and we're going to go shot by shot. Now, if you see me looking that way, it's simply because that's where I have the trailer, that's where I can analyze it, but you guys can see it right here. Oh no, that direction. My apologies. So here we go. What do you guys think? Let's go. I love this. I love the PlayStation Studios thing. I really think it's a nice collective. It's very much borrowed from the MCU, that's for sure. Living in digital. Love them. Now, what I am curious, though, is to which car this actually is. Because this doesn't look like anything that I've personally seen before, but it doesn't look like your typical street car or anything to that effect. Or rather, a car that's currently in production. I just don't recognize these switches, but here we go. NSX, baby! I don't know what this is. I'm presuming... Oh, man. Well, classic Viper there. I didn't mean to pause, but we're going to back up just a little bit here. I want to break down. See, this must be a Ford GT of some sort. I kind of recognize this. These seem like the gauges that were there before. Now, I don't really know the interior of the Ford GT as well as I would know other cars like a Viper, NSX, the cars that I really enjoy, but this is very nice. I like the lighting on the switches, the knobs, I mean, just all the fine details. It's all there. It's fucking fantastic. It's Gran Turismo. They know what they're doing. So see, we have the Aston. See, now, in this shot, I mean, this very much still... I'm guessing that we're just going through Trial Mountain the entire way through. And in the live stream, I totally mistaked it for Deep Forest. But can you blame me? I mean, the layout in my first thought very much looked like Deep Forest. However, it's been slightly updated and changed, it seems, for this game. So we're going to continue here. But a lot of this definitely has GT Sport vibes. I saw a Murcielago there. Like, see, this is... I wanted to break this down. Let's kind of... Is there any way we can slow this down? Yeah, let's slow this down right here. So there's a Murcielago. That looks like a Porsche 918. Diablo. So we're definitely getting some awesome stuff here, and then we'll put it back to normal. But classic Carrera. This is also a Porsche. Yeah, right there, baby. That's beautiful. BAC mono. Like, this is a car that definitely rivals the Ariel Atom, and I don't think we've had any of them in Gran Turismo thus far, so I think that's pretty damn cool. This is definitely all Trial Mountain, but if you guys are noticing, what I think they're displaying here is dynamic time and possibly weather, but clearly we don't see that a lot in the trailer. But what we do see is time moving along, and it's beautiful. Like, see, just look at this. The previous shot, if you can just kind of see it in the thumbnail, is a very bright one, and then this kind of looks more like dusk, or the evening rather. That's a new car. We haven't. I don't think we had that Porsche yet. Hang on, we gotta back it up right there. And there she is. Look at that. However, what we can't see in this shot, and pardon my beverage drinking here, but what we can see in the shot is that Trial Mountain seems to have been tightened up. And you'll notice in the gameplay later, you'll see the track layout. And very much, by the way, the UI looks Gran Turismo Sport all day. That's what has me thinking that this is like the purest blend of what GT Sport has brought to Gran Turismo, but with the classic look and feel of what all of us have really come to know and expect and really enjoy from Gran Turismo. And that's what a lot of fans have really been clamoring for. And like, more specifically, the campaign mode. And we're only a minute into this damn thing. Viper. See, so you're seeing a lot of these cars, and they all have the very same liveries and everything else that are in GT Sport right now. This, though, is the shit. Used cars, brand central. You have the driving school, your championships, driving missions, GT World. This very much looks, and I believe I nailed it on the head in the live stream. By the way, it was my first live reaction to one of these things. What I'm thinking over here is multiplayer. You got GT Auto, GTK. I mean, dude, this very much looks like Gran Turismo 4 as far as like this big scale layout and everything else. It's truly beautiful, and I'm so glad that they brought it back. You got special events down here. I kind of like this tour guide, so there's sort of, I'm going to say, simplifying, or here's your basic tutorial into which how to play Gran Turismo. But if you haven't played Gran Turismo by this point, I mean, what the hell have you been waiting for? So, let's continue. We're going to pause just for a moment. Look at the details. Like, we didn't have this stuff. The map existed, yeah, and it showed a bunch of escapes and everything, but just the fine details of the traffic going through, and it's just beautiful, man. It's very, very, very nice. Very nice. Still have your credits, your experience points. What I don't see here at the top is that the mileage exchange must be gone, or at least it's just not ready yet. We're still using the balance of performance, but if you guys haven't noticed, you see this? The performance point system might be back in play. This is, I don't know if this is a car that we actually have in GT Sport right now, or any other Gran Turismo. But don't quote me on that. Small details here too. More options. Is this how we're gonna navigate our garage? It just makes you kind of wonder. I assume that this car index is probably going to be where you set certain parts and this, that, and the other, but that's a whole other ball game. But just look at this, man. The detailing in all of this. I mean, it's just remarkable how well they bring these cars to life, man. It genuinely is astonishing. Just nuts. Oh, see now what I didn't see, what you didn't see in the trailer before. Look at this. Look at this. This is just man. Just as I confirmed earlier, we have the Toyota 86 N200, but it has performance points, so that's going to play a factor, I presume, with all the parts you add on. I mean, just insane, man. Just nuts. Look how quick the cursor moves around. And it's very smooth. Oh, in case you guys also didn't notice, look at that. This looks like it could be Blue Moon. I'm not sure if they're going to move around, but I wanted to pause and make sure. So yes, the layout of Trial Mountain is slightly different. It definitely looks updated, but it is definitely the track that we have known and come to love. This section right here, and you can see it in the trailer, and then the long tunnel here, but this right here, I know a lot of people around Draft House are going to be really happy about this. If only they give us high speed ring again. I mean, just look at that. Look at the detailing and how they're showing off these tracks now. Because, so also, what you're noticing is that we're in the North American region, right? So apparently, Trial Mountain, into which I didn't notice this, must be based in North America, and I would presume more California, Colorado, this sort of area. Not necessarily Nevada, but it's got to be something close. Now, I noticed somebody in the comments over on one of the Facebook threads saying that it doesn't look realistic or anything, but what I'm actually noticing is that it's very much still Gran Turismo, but the person driving it just... I'm not going to say that they don't have a grasp on driving, because clearly they do, but you're seeing multiple classes right now. You're seeing LMP Group C cars. You're seeing what we know in Gran Turismo Sport right now is Group 3, and then this GT Vision concept that's being driven here, the new Mazda that we just got in a recent GT Sport update. So that's pretty cool. Notice the detailing though, man. Even the rear view mirror is showing all of these fine details in the background. That's just amazing. Like, genuinely, it's just amazing. And it's only set for one lap, so this was definitely set for just a demo. Or this is part of the GT World thing that they were exploring there, but let's keep going. Animated signs. Alright. As you can see, though, the tunnel has been truly updated. This didn't have any of the light shining through or anything like that. I don't remember any billboards or anything. This was just a truly dark tunnel. There was nothing to fucking... at all. And it was very much... there were about 2 hills before you get to... so it's really one long hill speed, and then this right here blew my mind. Look at the detailing, man. Before, this just had like walls on the sides, on left and right of the track, and then you just had the trees over top of your view. Now, granted, we're in the cockpit view. We're not necessarily in the bumper view that I personally use. You definitely see a lot of, it's a very similar layout to, once again, excuse me, GT Sport. But the detailing on the side, the immersion that this world gives you, I would have to presume that Trial Mountain is now more based in, like, the redwoods of California and shit. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Stunning, even. And you want to dive into paint? That's very much familiar. But even the detailing on the track, like the track is wider now, and you have this painted line down the middle. But just look at the scenery around it, man. It's just so fully realized and beautiful. More animated signs. That section right there used to be super, not complicated, but the rhythm of it had to be just nailed right. And then this section, actually, I felt veered more to the right, but it's now so much wider. Texaco, I haven't seen that name in a while. Then we're breaking down here. See, now this part I have a problem with, because this was more of a sweeper of a chicane section than before. What we don't see is the final act of the track, into which so many races have been won and lost right here. I mean, just this section alone. And as you're about to see, it's going to fade away. And that's Gran Turismo 7, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for tuning in to this, my first ever trailer analysis, where we just went, through and through on all the finer details that I could spot. If you guys find anything, please let me know. Send it down in the comments. You know how to get a hold of me on Facebook, on the PlayStation. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. It's free. Once again, who cares? It's all, let's pump these numbers up. And if you enjoyed this content, check out the other stuff. There's going to be even more stuff like this very soon coming to the channel. And come back tomorrow night, Friday. I believe it's June 12th. 8:45 p.m. Racing starts. Or, you get the picture. This is the home of Draft House Racing. This is your boy MoparSRT. And as always, keep racing. What the